This is the story of Rajat Gupta. He was a board member of Goldman Sachs. In fact, he was the head of the global consulting firm McKinsey Company, which is huge. And he was a board member of Procter & Gamble, once of course the largest brand in terms of consumer goods, etc. So he's a very big business player. But you know what? The government thought he was doing insider trading and they went after him. Look at that. You see, they're going after Wall Street guys. Now, do you want to know why they really went after him? Not because he was on Goldman Sachs, but because while he was on the board of Goldman Sachs, he screwed over Goldman Sachs. He did insider trading, which in essence hurts Goldman Sachs. So that's the one mistake you can't make on Wall Street. Remember Bernie Madoff. Why does all the media talk about him, obsess about him, and pretend? Did he do the financial fraud that caused the economic collapse in 2008? No. Now, is he a bad guy? Of course he is, absolutely. But why divert everybody's attention from the big banks that actually did the fraud that collapsed our economy to a two-bit swindler like Bernie Madoff? Because Bernie Madoff stole from the rich. That's a crime you cannot commit. He took a lot of rich people's money. That was Bernie Madoff, Bernie. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. And Madoff's a bad guy and should spend the rest of his life in jail, etc. No problems with that. But I'd also like you to go after the big banks that caused the crash. Of course not. Instead, they protect those banks. So Rajat Gupta, make the mistake of screwing over Goldman Sachs, off to jail you go. But even then, well, the sentencing guidelines say that he should actually get 8 to 10 years. And in fact, for securities fraud, he could have gotten 20 years. And for conspiracy, he could have gotten 5 years. He was convicted. Could have gotten 25 years overall. And he has a tough judge, Judge Jed Rakoff, who's been tough on the banks and has frustrated the federal government, who's been trying to appease the banks. So, I mean, this is as good as it gets in terms of going after him, right? But they can't do it. They can't do it because he's one of them. So they're going to send him to jail. But are they going to throw the book at him? Of course not. He's one of them. As much as they want to punish him for doing the wrong thing to poor old Goldman Sachs, even the prosecutor said his conduct has forever tarnished a once sterling reputation that took years to cultivate. You know you're the prosecutor, not the defense, right? I mean, they convicted him, God bless, right? But when you rob someone, is the prosecutor talking like that in your sentencing? Well, he had a sterling reputation, but it's been a little bit tarnished. Not really the treatment you get if you've committed a crime, right? And so what did Rakoff do? 2 years. No, but wait a minute. They almost never go underneath the sentencing guidelines. They're very tough about the sentencing guidelines. Oftentimes they'll go above the sentencing guidelines. But the sentencing guidelines say 8 to 10 years and you give them 2 years? Why? Even Bill Gates sent in a reference for him. Kofi Annan, who used to lead the United Nations, sent in a reference for him. You don't understand? He helps a lot of charities. Yeah, if I stole a lot of money, I'd probably help a lot of charities too. I'd give a tiny percentage to charities and say, what a good guy I am. I love this guy because he's got some balls on him. He goes, oh, by the way, you shouldn't sentence me at all. Really? Why not? Well, I can do more good because I'm so brilliant. I could do more good by helping charities. So let me go to Rwanda and help the poor. That's awesome. You know what he would do in Rwanda, of course. Stay at the best hotel. The guy's a billionaire, right? Or I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's multi-millionaire, right? With a lot of the money that he got from insider trading. They stay at the fanciest hotels they have in Rwanda. I don't know how fancy he gets. And he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm doing charity work. His lawyer said, respectfully, what Mr. Gupta has undergone during the last 2+ years and the impact on his professional and charitable endeavors going forward represents extensive punishment. Can you imagine with a straight-faced guy, public defender comes in for a guy who did a carjacking or something, which, by the way, would be minuscule value compared to what Rajat Gupta made through his illegal insider trading. I mean, it wouldn't even be 1% of 1% the value of that car that got jacked, right? Guy does carjacking, but wait a minute. In my previous life, I've had a sterling reputation. And haven't I suffered enough? Because I have been accused of carjacking. Look at what it's done to my reputation. That should be punishment enough. Can I go to Rwanda? They asked with a straight face, and then, of course, when the judge says 2 years, they're like, oh my God, a rich person is going to go to jail. A rich person is going to go to jail. I can't believe it. Oh my God. There are two different systems of justice in this country. One for the rest of us and one for these guys. Even when they clearly break the laws, even when they screw over Goldman Sachs, the prosecutors and the judges that are all buddies with these guys and can't get themselves to say, yeah, that guy should go to prison. You know why? The reason I tell you this story is because it all depends on your context. They don't know the guy who did the mugging. They don't know the guy who sold a little bit of marijuana or whatever he sold. They look at that guy as, that guy looks like a criminal to me. He looks poor. That guy should go away. Sentencing guidelines or more. But this guy's in a suit. I know guys like this. I have drinks with guys like, I went to school with guys like this. I could be a guy like that. I made a little error and ruined his sterling reputation. All right, we'll go way under the sentencing guidelines. Two different systems of justice.